Hello, everybody. Oh, happy Sunday. Hello, Amira. Hello, Phantom. Welcome. Hello, Data. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome in. Ugh. I need to stop going to concerts. Bro, I need to stop going to concerts if I want to keep the sleep schedule I've got, because, dude, it's so fun, but it's so dumb. Although I'm doing better today than I did when I went to Millennium, so sleep is temporary. Yes, but also no, because sleep debt is a thing that exists. And I rather enjoy being, like, functional most of the day. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the one that sucks at functioning on low sleep. I've never been good at functioning at low sleep, but it was a good concert. It was very fun. It's been a while since I've gone to a regular ass fucking concert. It has been a second. Now we gotta pay even sleep with interest. Yeah, exactly. Sleep debt. I've got my sleep debt is really low so far, so I'm not suffering to the powers that be of capitalism quite that much. On the sleep side of things. Look at the eternal sleep. Okay, no. Now we're going to Nyla. Like, okay, sure. But yeah. So if my voice is a little rough, or I'm a little tired today, that's why. Yeah, thanks, Chrissy, for making that go dark real fast. Just pay in the grave. Exactly. It's just so much debt. It's meaningless at this point. That's how I think about it. You just have so much fucking debt. At this point, it's kind of meaningless. Anyways. But yeah, it was a good concert. It's been so I went to go see Abbott Brothers. They're like an indie folk. They're folk, like, ish, music, and so it's been a really long time since I've been to a concert that's just regular ass music. That's like folk music where the stage setup is just like a couple of guitars, a drum set, and some microphones. It's been a hot second since I've been to a concert like that, so it took some recalibrating for me to realize, oh yeah, this is what most music-going experiences are like. And like, this is what most music-going crowds are like, which is to say, incredibly lame. But my mom had fun, so that's the entire, it was worth it. Yeah, I think I've been spoiled by the EDM crowd, because they go so hard. The entire point of the music there is to go hard. So going to like a normal concert for like folk music or whatever, the encore cheer was so lame. It was so lame. It was so boring and unenthusiastic. I'm like, bro, come on. Just take it a step back, dude. Like, step it up. The encore cheer for Subtronics was fucking wild. It was. I'm spoiled on that front. The way Americans pay their healthcare, we don't. That's the thing. Again, so much. We don't pay it. Okay. Anyways. Such a boring person. The only time I go out was for a haircut. Yeah, no, that's not necessarily boring. Like, I'm weird, because, my enjoyment to number of people ratio, like if you were put into a graph, right? And my level of enjoyment is on the y-axis and the number of people at that event is on the x-axis, it would look like a dip in the middle, right? So like a couple of people, really high, really fun, really solid, and then you start getting into like the 10, 20 people mark, and then I'm starting to get a little, I don't like that. That's weird to me. But then the more people you get after like 30 people, the more my enjoyment kind of rises, and that's why I like it. It's so strange to me. So like, yeah, it's like the crowd valley, because I love large crowds. Concerts and the energy from a lot of people being in one place, I adore that. It is so fun. As long as people are not moving like through a street, like when I had a shutdown when I was walking through London, as long as people are not moving past me, I'm loving it. Like lots of people in a crowd, I'm good. Hype as fuck. That's why I love concerts. But like parties, nah. Like I can't do parties. That's just Anyways. Why do Genshin be doing this? Hello? No, that's not what I wanted to do. What the fuck is going on? Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so I'm gonna transition. Give me a hot second, because I don't know why it's like that. So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm just gonna fucking remove. Yes. Add. Game capture. Genshin impact. Specific window. Genshin impact. There we go. I don't know why it was like that. That was strange. My OBS has been doing that recently. I just cannot explain it. Okay, now we're doing this. Properties. Genshin is being captured. Sweet. We can turn up the audio. Ooh. It's really fun when it's occasional, vibing to the love of the same artist 1,000. Yeah, exactly. That's why I enjoy it. Especially when it's like, and that's why I love like raving and going to like EDM concerts, is because the energy is so high, just because that's the nature of the music that's being played. It's just, it's such a good stress reliever. It's therapeutic. It's such a good stress reliever. Everybody there is having a really good time, even though most of them are incredibly high. So yeah, but yeah, no, parties is just, yeah, there's nothing going on. Like that's why I will hide away and do like, I have none of them. I think I can go make a Mora meat, like, off the top of my head. Probably? I think there's a thing I can make stuff down here. Yes. Let's see. What do we got? More meat. Fuck yes. I don't know why I cooked that manually. Okay. But yeah, it was definitely not my, like, it was definitely not my kind of music. And I think that's why I'm not too terribly tired, is because I kind of just stood there and enjoyed it instead of, you know, dancing like I usually do at all the concerts I've been to recently. Because they played like 2 songs that I knew. And like with concerts like that, the only way I like have a lot of fun is if I know like the music, and I am not familiar with Avett Brothers discography, so it was just kind of a vibe night for me while my mom danced next to me. She was having a blast. My mother was having an absolute blast at that concert. I think the only other reason why I had a good time last night was because the entirety of the band are incredibly good musicians. They are insane. They have a violinist and a cellist who are classically trained, but you know, they're playing folk. The 2 lead singers are insanely good, both as singers but also guitarists and pianists. And one plays the banjo too. And then, you know, their drummer was vibing. He was probably just a freelancer. And then, yeah, and then their sister was there also to play piano sometimes. It's just awesome. Like, they were just incredibly good musicians, and so I had that kind of level of appreciation for the concert. Like, I wasn't there because I enjoyed their music. I was there I was enjoying it because they were incredibly good musicians. To enjoy something like this, I would have to be high as a skyscraper. Something I can't. Hey, I mean, we're in Colorado, so yeah, we can do that. I honestly have no idea if like recreational drugs would get in, like would conflict with my ADHD meds. I should probably look that up. I should probably look that up. I'm just now realizing, like, that reminded me. I was like, I do take medication. I wonder if like marijuana would get in the way of that or something.
Into the wind. Rain outlines your teeth.
Don't you dare heal yourselves. I'm undiagnosed ADHD. Weed does not help. It does quite the opposite. Marijuana is a depressant. That is the last thing your already dopamine deprived brain needs, is less dopamine. So yeah, no, it will not help. It will only make things worse. I've never actually tried weed, but I will say, if I do, I feel like I would just fall asleep. Like I feel like it would just make me fall asleep. That's it. Because like my brain is already running low on stimuli, so like we would just make it worse. Yeah, it's counterintuitive because it's that whole misunderstanding of what ADHD actually is. Because like one of my absolute pet peeves about like social media and just the understanding of what ADHD is that it's hyperactivity, but it's not. It's quite the opposite. It's just because it's labeled in the DSM-5 as a hyperactivity disorder, nobody actually knows what the fuck it is. So, yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Weasel, where are you going? Ooh. You only live once in it. Yeah, exactly. And like to be fair, you go ahead and try marijuana. Like I have nothing against it, but thinking of it as it will help is not it, because it will not. It's not like it's not the same as it's not the same as like using marijuana for like anxiety, because that can genuinely help depending on the person. For ADHD, your logic will say, yeah, hyperactivity, marijuana brings you down a notch. No, it's gonna make it worse. It's definitely not a self-medication thing. It is definitely not gonna help with self-medicating. You only die once? That's also a good way of putting it. Like, don't do dumb shit, y'all. Don't do dumb shit. Anyways, let's wrap this up. And then I think I need to go get crystal flies. Fuck. I might have enough. Let's see. Let's see.
Ad Astra.
Catherine.
Thank you for
hello.
Ad Astra Abbott.
Yambar. Fishgull. Beanut. Kecking. And really long name. Okay. The adrenaline rush from doing dumb shit? Yes. I will give you that much. But, like, there's a fine line between dumb and too dumb. Like, oh, I have only 3. Fuck. Sayu team. True Socialist, like, DeSantis is straight. What the fuck is that website? Oh my god. And okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I absolutely love how, like, the American right are going at each other. It is so funny to watch. It is like, it's terrifying. They all want to take our rights away, but it's so funny watching them baby rage at each other in the dumbest way possible. It's so funny. Like, I hate American politics. It's god awful over here, but sometimes there was a Scandy. Yeah. So there was oh, what was it? It was a DeSantis ad against Trump. And it was hilarious because it looked like satire. It genuinely looked like a YouTube poop, but it was not. It was a genuine DeSantis ad. It was the dumbest shit. I just, satire is dead when it comes to the American right. It is so stupid. Oh. Yeah, don't worry about us. We're not fine. Yeah. Anyways, sorry for bringing politics into this. Ugh. Yeah, it's just so dumb. Like, laughing is the only therapy we get at this point at how stupid shit is. Okay, let's get crystal flies because I need this shit. Ooh, we get a new statue. I'm just now realizing we're like
Make my escape.
6 weeks away or something from new statue. I can't wait for Fontaine, dude. I'm so excited.
Make my escape.
I'm so excited for Fontaine. It just looks so fresh. Maybe it's because we've been stuck in this godforsaken desert for so fucking long. We've been stuck in this desert for a year now. But like, it looks so fresh. Fontaine looks so fresh.
Make my escape.
And like a bunch of the headcanons and like the speculation of like what's gonna happen with Focalors' Furina's Gnosis and all that, I'm like, if any of that happens, Fontaine will be by far my favorite region. Because there was a whole thread speculating that like it is very possible if Furina is like actually as she's depicted, being just like the spoiled child to Nahida's traumatized child. If that's actually how her dynamic works, there's a very good chance that she just will do something to spite Celestia, and that's where shit takes off. I would love that if like Furina just being a spoiled bitch just decides I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like middle finger the heavenly principles, and that just causes shit to go wild. That would be so funny.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Genshin players touching water. It's the closest.
already
Oh,
claimed-
where I didn't. Why am I doing that? Okay, muscle memory. Fuck. I just went full muscle memory there. There's no escaping this cursed desert. I know it's only a temporary. It's only a temporary escape, but it is an escape nonetheless. I will take any respite from the sand that I can get. Because I hate it. I hate it here. It's gorgeous. I love it, but I'm so sick and tired of this shit. Like, you. We're gonna do this, and then we'll do event because I want to see the nuggets. I want to see. I want to see all of the people fighting for custody over Kale. Like, because that's what I've heard this quest pretty much is just people fighting for custody over Kale. It's Kale's 4 dads and then now Eula. And also Klee is there, which makes me also very happy.
Solidify.
Yeah, why is of all domains, why is this one so fucking slow? Like, no matter, it's just paced out so slowly. That is one thing that I think Hoyoverse has learned, is to like make domains just a quick ordeal and not this shit anymore. Because this is god awful. Takes so long to do this shit because it just 2 at a time, y'all. I hate that. I hate it. And like, I know my team comp doesn't help. My team comp could be way better. Because the only reaction I'm running right now is freeze, which is not good, but I don't care. Klee's already adopted by the entirety of Mondstadt. Yes, but also no, because like everybody's like, yeah, no, she's problematic. She is gonna bomb us. She is a little terrorist. I'm also sad there's no Mona. Hey, Felicia Angel has been working overtime with 2 characters in HSR. Give her a break. No. Trash. Wait, didn't we also get Mona recently anyways? Yeah, we got Mona last version with Charlotte and shit. So like, yeah. Klee breaks, Albedo fixes? Yes. Yeah. I love Albedo and Klee.
Solidify.
They're so adorable. Yeah, she was in last version, I think, with Charlotte. Like briefly. It was like the very beginning of that. Yeah, it was very brief, but she was there. Which counts for something, I'm sure. Yeah, you go away.
Access denied.
Get that milk going.
Rain outlines
So the fact that it's summer event? True. Hope we get Albedo winter event. Albedo in Fontaine. I love it. Yeah, I do want more Albedo. I think my favorite fact about Genshin Impact is the fact that aside from Paimon, Albedo has the most spoken voice lines.
Next up, no, my sword.
Like, that's just hilarious. And I want him to keep that record, because if it keeps going, he's just gone now. I want him to keep that record, because that's just hilarious. And I also love Koidao's voice. Like, it's great. If Albedo dies, I will help Honkai wreck this place. What if Albedo is the Honkai? No. Albedo will be Genshin's first Hersher version, whatever this game shall consider a Hersher. Albedo will be the first of it. As he should. Oops, all Albedos. I love Albedo. It's great. What's up, Raya? Welcome. I don't want lava walkers. Fuck off. But yeah, I do want Albedo purely for the big brother little sister vibe between Albedo and Klee. Cause I just love them. I love them so much. They're adorable. They are so cute.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Yeah, well, destroying moss and everything. Yeah, it's a dumb theory, but that would be really funny.
Mind the deluge.
Although that would be a phenomenal like emotional moment, because like, you know, Kiana becoming Hersher of the Void, it like the emotional tension of that came because May was there to witness that, and it was like, oh no shit, what is my girlfriend doing? That would be even more powerful with Klee and Albedo, because like Albedo start going to town Hersher style, and Klee's just there like, big brother, what are you doing? That would be emotionally just devastating, but also I would love that. That is good storytelling. Fuck! Sorry if that hurt your ears. Let's go. Okay, what I'm gonna actually do, because Albedo, sure.
Wine tastes the same.
But that's the thing. Maybe she can't. Maybe she wouldn't because she's not that emotionally insensitive. Klee is a very emotionally intact child. She's a very emotionally connected child. She just sometimes her excitement over explosions overpowers that. I think if it came to hurting Albedo, she would not be able to do that. What's an artifact that I should level? Enhance. Albedo and Klee is a less extreme version of Clara and Svarog. Kind of, because like, yeah, because Albedo and Klee is more. Albedo is the adopted one. He's just taking care of Klee in Alice's stead. Jesus fuck, what are those rolls, bro? What the hell? Did I see 25% attack on that shit? What? Where did it go? I lost it. What the fuck? Okay, sure. I don't know.
Osmanthus wine.
$59! I did not expect to get 59 right now! What the fuck? Woo! 4 years! Or 3 years! And a wild ass hat! What the fuck? Look at me go, bitches! Level 59, AR 59, and a good hat. Okay. Sure. Okay. 10. Oh, yo, 10. Well, yeah, because that's why they're called tropes.
Access denied.
But also, you have the whole it's the Hoyoverse
Solidify.
thing. They're all versions of the same character, and also, it's like, yeah, they're tropes. That's why they're called tropes. But also, like, a lot of the tropes that they reuse has a lot of nuance to it that always makes it interesting because, yeah, it's Clara and Svarog is the very straight up version of that found family kind of shit.
Born of ice and frost.
But like Albedo and Klee has a lot more nuance to it because Albedo is much closer to human, but also like Albedo didn't adopt Klee. Albedo was adopted by Alice, kind of, and he just kind of started helping out, taking care of Klee
Solidify. Cascade.
for his Aunt Alice, like. But yeah, but then Klee also has other caretakers, most notably Jean. Jean takes care of Klee more often than not.
Be still.
So yeah, like you can say it's similar, but it's kind of reduction. Like it's kind of reductionist to say that they're reusing tropes. Oh sure, healing bonus because I'll use that definitely. Like. Okay. Your choice is. I think trope is correct because they all fall under the found family trope, just in different ways. Adventure rank rewards. Ready to get my like 2 condensed resin or whatever. Because you also have to think, like, there's so many characters in all of Hoyoverse's games, they're bound to reuse widely accepted tropes in storytelling. Oh, I get a wish. One fucking wish. Woo! One standard banner wish. Hello, Caro. Welcome. Woo! Nothing. Okay. 13. So I just saw some banner leaks. And I'm both good but also fucked. So I've got time to save. I've got a good start. As long as I am these next couple versions going ham at events, I think I'll be fine. We're starting this in? Oh shit, okay. Sure. It's also about franchising building? Yeah. Yeah, because like it's kind of that comfort of it is a Genshin game. Or it is a Hoyoverse game. This is what I'm going to expect. I'm going to expect cataclysm and destruction and but also characters with these dynamics. A lot of gay people, like a lot of lesbians. You know, a found family trope, that kind of stuff. So, okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna teleport here. Before I get into the quest, I'm gonna run to the bathroom because I've been drinking a lot of tea today. This is like my 3rd cup I just downed, so. Well, it's just lesbians, don't get. Hey, Al Hatham and Kava, Sino and Tiknardi, they're all but confirmed. They're just mostly lesbians. Genshin has been Hoyoverse dipping the toe into MLM. They're mostly about the lesbians, but they're dipping their toe into MLM. Okay. Yeah, I will be right back. Give me a quick second. Oh, I love me some Shenhung. I actually don't. I kind of hate that shit. But hey, it's it's fine. It's everywhere. I did not realize how big Shenhung was until it came 3rd in the shipping wiki, most visited pages. During Pride Month, I can't escape Shenhung. I know I fucking can't. It's incredible. There's no such thing as escaping Shenhung. Did you read Kava's letter? I didn't. Where did it go? Gift mailbox. There it is. I'm mostly seeing Saihung. Yeah, that was the big one because like my favorite was like at the release of the game before we knew who Blade was. It was I still don't know how to say male, the Mask Trailblazer, but it was Mask MC Don Hung and then Fem MC March. Like, I love that. Kalis, okay, yeah, it was K Hung and Starch. Like those were the two ships at the release of the game. I was like, that is awesome. Oh, I was gonna read that. A long time no see. I was planning on sending you something, so I wrote this letter. I heard you're traveling all over the world. That can't be easy. I recently bought several new varieties of coffee beans to try out at home. Yum. After we compared the taste of each, we decided that this was the best. I wonder who we is. I wonder who we is talking about. Totally normal roommate behavior. After we compared the taste of each, we decided that this was the best. You'll find a bag of that variety attached to this letter, and I hope it'll raise your spirits in the days ahead. Life often seems as though it is a tapestry composed of undulating lines, but if it is at all possible, I sincerely hope the lines drafting out your future are stable lines ascending upwards. Safe travels. That it's so subtle, but it's so just, it says a lot if you catch it. That's really neat. That's really well written. Okay, so is it Kai Hung or Don Kai? Like, what's? Because I know the like widely accepted ship name for Stella and March is Starch. Because that's incredible. But what the fuck is Don Hung and Kalis? Is it either? Okay. Don Kai Impact.
Hey, Jean, we're here.
Ah, Paimon and the Traveler. I've been waiting for you.
Whoa, looks like Jean wasn't the only one waiting for us. Klee and Kaya are here too.
Oh yeah, Kaya skin is a thing I need to work on.
Oh, it's Paimon and Mr. Honorary Knight. It's been so long.
Ah, look who it is. You've caught me completely off guard this time. But then again, it's always a pleasant surprise when you two show up.
Guess we were so excited to see Jean again that we forgot to knock. I hope we didn't startle anyone. Wait a sec. You weren't talking about anything that we're not supposed to hear, were you?
No one here ordered Good Hunters. Sorry, we must have the wrong address.
Hey, stop pretending like we're doing food deliveries.
No.
It's been a while since we last met, but I can see you two haven't changed one bit. Don't worry, we weren't discussing anything confidential. In fact, we were just talking about you.
Aww.
Maybe we should let the star of the story explain it in their own words.
Shimmer's fish will tremble.
Yeah, let me tell it. Let me tell it. A few days ago, I was reading Todoko Tales in the solitary confinement room when all of a sudden, whoosh, a letter came flying in through the window. Flying through the window? How does a letter fly?
How do you fly, Paimon? Shut the fuck up.
The bird does. It was flapping its wings. It could even talk. It said,
Okay.
Well, it was a bunch of stuff I didn't understand.
Are you sure this was a letter and not one of those like screaming things from Harry Potter? It's like Neville. I think Neville gets one of those. It just screams at him. Or was it Ron? I don't know. That's what I'm imagining, though.
You couldn't understand? Then it must have been talking about how to avoid solitary confinement.
Is it Neville and Ron? Yeah, exactly.
Kaya?
Just saying.
Just a knowing
We don't wanna
nod.
let a teachable moment slip by.
Anyway, the letter said, "Oh, Klee, are you behaving? I see you've wound up in the solitary confinement room again." Sorry about that.
Does Alice have this place like bugged or something? Like, how does she know that? Like, she has like microphones and cameras set up all over the Knights of Favonia's headquarters, so she could just spy on everybody.
Mommy is busy these days and can't take you out to play. But there's good
What is she
news.
busy with,
I
though?
have a friend who has very kindly
Important
invited you to visit
information.
her.
She's a good mother. She just knows. She's like, oh, my mother senses are tingling. My child is being held captive. She's being emotionally abused.
Oh, so the letter's from Alice.
In principle, yes. But the issue is that Alice's friend lives quite far from here.
The letter says that Mom's friend lives in Sumeru.
The Knights of Favonius could never agree to send Klee off to Sumeru on her own. But Klee is rather intent on taking Alice's friend up on this invitation.
She probably has to pay for everything Klee bombs. Yeah, I love that. It's just out of her pocket. She the only reason why Mondstadt is still standing is because of Alice's endless pocket money.
I really want to go.
You see? So we were wondering, who can we send with her on the journey? Preferably someone who's a reliable hero and with a history of saving Mondstadt.
And dealing with Klee's bullshit.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to see us.
Or babysitters. Fuck yeah.
I do apologize, but Klee gets along with you so well. We couldn't think of a more suitable choice.
Sure, we can do that. No problem. Can you really, Mr. Honorary Knight?
I may hate children, but I do love Klee. I could babysit Klee all fucking day.
Yay! With Mr. Honorary Knight around, Klee's not afraid of anything.
That's probably not a good thing. Klee without fear is
See, I told you.
that's a villain in the making right there.
In that case, we'll leave Klee in the trusty hands of the Traveler.
You probably wouldn't survive. That's a small price to pay, Gracie.
Thank you, Kaya. You should join them. I noticed you quietly completed that backlog of paperwork we had. You deserve the chance to unwind a little.
Oh, so you noticed. Well then, I suppose I have no reason to refuse.
Great! Things will go even more smoothly with Kaya around. Still, Sumeru is pretty far. It's gonna be a long journey. Don't worry. Mom's letter had a magic invite inside. Mom says we just have to all shout out where we want to go at the same time. And poof! We'll be there in the blink of an eye. Wow. Well, that'll definitely make things easier. It only works 3 times, though. So we should only use it when we really need to.
Use it all 3 times now. No.
There's plenty. 1 for the way there, 1 for the way back, and 1 extra, just for good measure.
Sounds very mysterious. I still think we should use it sparingly.
Honestly, Paimon's a genius move by Mihoyo. Okay, I do agree that Paimon is good for storytelling purposes. It's just sometimes she's not used to her full effect. Sometimes she's used a little bit too much, and it feels like... Yeah, it feels like it's being condescending to the players. And sometimes it's needed, sometimes nah.
After all, we don't know the exact location of where we'll be headed, or what dangers we may encounter on the way. Here's what I suggest. Traveler, you're well connected. I'm sure you must have friends who are familiar with Sumeru. I say we start by teleporting to one of them.
Because, like, yeah, she's a good storytelling, like, a good storytelling tool in practice, or in theory, but in practice, she has problems. She definitely has problems. Like, I will say Paimon is a very good release valve for player emotion, yes. but I honestly think that she could have been handled better. I think that's I know people hate it when you compare this game to HSR, but the whole fact that March and Danheng are so much better as release valves.
It'll give us a chance to test out
So
the
much
magic
better.
invite, and also find ourselves a local guide.
That kind of makes sense. And since it has 3 uses, there's no point letting one of them go to
Hello, Mako, welcome.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Paimon.
I'm very weirded out by Alice. How
So,
did she do all this?
Do you have a particular
That's
contact in mind?
very good point. Yeah. But like she's been doing this shit since like 2.0. She's been doing this shit for a long time.
Well, we need someone who's familiar with Sumeru and can be our guide. So, sounds like we need a forest ranger.
Time for Zachary Gordon, Tignari VA.
And everyone knows that the best place to go looking for a forest ranger is a little place called...
Gandharva
That's
Village.
the one. Maybe we can get Tainari to help us.
All right. Gandharvaville it is.
Okay, I'm happy wherever we go, especially with Kaya and Mr. Honorary Knight.
We should be on our way then. If you'll excuse us, acting Grandmaster.
Yes, let the wind lead. I wish you a safe journey. And Klee,
Don't be too much of a menace. Not even 2.0. Yeah, since her first mention. Yeah, since fucking 1.6.
I know. I'll be careful, I promise.
That's not the worry.
Okay, Gandharva
Gandharvaville.
and Arbor Hill. Huh? No, it's not a hill.
Okay, sure. Anyone who does collected miscellany voiceover should be feared. True, because she did do a couple, didn't she? Yeah, because it hasn't just been Dainsleif. I forget about that. I always forget about that. That we started seeing more and more of Alice, and it's like starting to get concerning. Like why are we starting to see so much more of her? Yeah, like what? Yeah. Yeah, she knew about the Wanderer's true identity, exactly. Or previous identity, I guess.
We made it. Paimon was sure we were about to end up someplace super weird. Sorry, it was an accident.
Sure, an accident.
It's okay, Klee. Good news is this magic invite really does work.
So I guess we might get more info on Fontaine / side events.
Fascinating.
Hopefully.
One moment we're at...
So this is where Mom's friend lives? Wow, there are so many big flowers. Oh, and jumpy mushrooms. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Sumeru's full of strange stuff like this.
Let's click the miscellany type videos. Hosts Otto, Dane, Alice, Albert. Yeah, Albert is weird. I feel like... Well, because Albert is a part of the IPC, like, canonically.
Like,
Little flying silver fairies.
huh? Paimon doesn't remember seeing one of those. Wait. Are you talking about Paimon?
Listen carefully, Klee. Those jumping mushrooms are called fungi. They may look cute, but if you get too close to one, it'll try to hit you with its cap.
Yeah, Albert's whole thing is interesting to me. Like, why did they decide to kind of go off the rails with HSR? Excuse the pun. Like,
Really?
in that aspect, they just kind of took a completely different
Jacket, too.
turn.
I'll definitely win if it's 2 hats against 1. As long as playing with hats doesn't escalate to playing with bombs. But
The pun is on brand.
so we should be able to convince her to keep this trip explosion-free, right?
No.
I'll be extra careful. Aw, that's very good of you, Klee. You're being very grown up today. Yep, I'm super grown up. I'm already the Spark Knight. Okay, Spark Knight. Well, keep up the good work, because very soon we'll...
This is gonna be very weird because I don't think I've actually like met Tikanari since the voice actor change. So this is gonna be weird. Okay, let's see. Why is Simmer being so laggy? In a very weird way. He is in there, got it. Oh, hi, Eula and Kale. Hello, you two. The Nuggets. I've definitely
heard the other forest rangers mention somebody dressed like that before.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've adopted the Christina Costello, like, her whole thing is calling Kale a nugget, and I just love that because that's what she is. It's adorable.
I see. Then it looks like my suspicions are correct. Hmm? Who do we have here?
Hello.
Traveler and Paimon. Huh? Oh, Kaya and Klee are here too.
How do you know? Oh, You would know Kaya. Would you know Klee? They meant 3.5. Yep. I forgot that Kale went back to Mondstadt. It's all in universe though. Otto stopped doing the video hosting after he bit it. I kind of started doing them now. I love that. That's so stupid. You know, Kiana, like the Honkai at this point. I find Alice weirder than Albert or even Otto, probably because I already. Yeah, well, like Alice felt weird in that we didn't expect her to host it, and Albert is just a joke. He's a really good joke, but he's a joke. Although he is a joke voiced by Bill Butts, so I can't really say a lot. But, you know, that's what Albert is. He's not meant to be taken seriously. He's meant to make the programs consistent and like have a steady tone. But like Alice just kind of came out of nowhere for those couple of collected miscellanies and just have not, like, it's just so weird.
Hi, Kale. It's been ages.
Yeah, it's been like, what, 3 versions? Yeah, 3 versions?
Kale, Eula, what are you two doing here? Well, that question's really more for Eula.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing here, Eula?
What a coincidence. I didn't expect to run into a fellow Favonian captain this far from Mondstadt.
Albert's there to make mommy
the
jokes in the
vacation
live stream?
going?
Exactly.
Seriously? Bring the whole crew, why don't you?
And then, yeah, Coriolanus is there to butt in. I love how in that moment, fucking Welt's VA was the one to say, nah, we can't do that. Although, from pictures that I've seen, I think they recorded that live together. They, like, all 4 of them recorded that in a live studio, or together in the studio. Not like over a call or whatever. They were in the studio for that. Because there was a picture of all 4 of them in a recording booth that I forget who posted it. It may have been Bill Butts, but somebody posted a picture of all 4 of them in a booth, and was like, that is why they had such chemistry in there, is because they fucking recorded it together.
Is it just Paimon, or does Eula not look particularly thrilled right now?
Here's up for some afternoon tea.
Oh, cool! Great idea! Let's go!
If you're trying to accommodate me, there must be some misunderstanding. I'm fine. There's nothing embarrassing about running into colleagues in the wild.
But earlier you were...
Great. Well, I'm sure there's a fascinating reason behind why you're all the way out here in Sumeru. Do share it with us.
Kaya sure looks like Kaya's just a troll, that's
If
it.
you must know, it's a little complicated. But simply put, I'm searching for a cousin of mine from the Lawrence clan. He went missing recently, and after searching his home, we found evidence that led us here. He appears to believe that somewhere in Sumeru lies the key to restoring our clan to its former glory.
Ah yes, slave owning.
He came all the way to Sumeru for that? What was he going to do? Enroll at the academia?
Incredible glory right there, right? Lawrence clan. Power, money, slaves, all of the entire recipe for glory. Like, come on.
I doubt he came here to learn. He's much too old to start getting a basic education now. And from what I know of him, I doubt he has any interest in intellectual pursuits. All he cares about is restoring his clan's honor. Nothing wrong with that idea in principle, but I'm not certain how fanatical he is about it. So, there's no knowing what lengths he might go to.
I think that evolved from the CN voice director appearing on Genshin special programs all the time to keep special program pacing usually as Ganyu. Oh, interesting.
As a knight and a member of the Lawrence clan, it's my duty to make sure he doesn't bring harm to others.
Oh, if this is true, then your cousin is quite a man of action. Traveling alone to Sumeru from Mondstadt is no mean feat.
The amount of people on this clan that is still trying to return to slavery, you can recommend the guillotine. That's for Fontaine, though. The guillotine is reserved for Fontaine.
Nor is daring to make me personally concerned about his safety. He has no idea what's coming to him.
You know, underneath it all, Paimon thinks Eula's a really caring person.
No, I'm not. Baka.
Yeah, she's the best! She brought me some moon pie last time.
He is family, after all. Anyway, I will make sure to find him and escort him safely back to Mondstadt.
He'll owe you this one.
Now, back to you. How and why did you all suddenly show up here?
I don't know, something about Alice.
I'm afraid that could be tricky. Master Tighnari is still at Partis the Eye delivering his lectures. He isn't due back for a while.
Even Eula dotes on Klee. Exactly. That's how adorable and irresistible she is.
But I think I'll be able to help out. The description in the invitation letter is vague, but I'm pretty sure it's hinting at somewhere in the desert.
The desert?
Does that mean Mom's friend is from the desert? I guess I'll call her Auntie Desert for now. I remember Mahamatra Sino once told me a strange rumor about that part of the desert. They say there's a secret domain there that can make all of your wishes come true. Wait. He said I should just call him Sino. I keep forgetting that.
Huh. A domain that makes people's wishes come true.
Wow. So is it true? Does it really exist?
Probably not, but it's fine.
Probably would have believed it a few years ago. But now that I'm a little older and wiser, I think it makes sense to be more skeptical about things like this.
This explains a lot. The domain could
A
well
little
be a
older
myth.
and wiser, you're
Probably
still a
figured he
complete
had nothing
dumbass.
to lose. If you intend to search for this place, then please allow me to join you. My cousin has quite a collection of books about Sumeru desert mythology on his shelves. I highly suspect that he, too, is looking for that domain.
Can I come too? I think you might need me there. You'll definitely need a local guide while you're in Sumeru. And I think I have what it takes to be that person. Plus, it's a forest ranger's duty to bravely lend a helping hand to others in need.
We have every confidence in your abilities, Klee. Our party grows bigger and stronger still. What say you to this, Captain Klee?
I think it's super cool! I read in a storybook that on your own you can only have a drop of happiness, but in a group you have a whole ocean.
Dude, Klee dropping some real lines, like...
So I'm sure Mom's friend will be super happy if I show up to visit and bring a whole bunch of friends with me. That's the spirit. In that case, let's get the magic invite to take us there.
Let's go. In a group, I have social anxiety, so I disagree. Yeah, you know, fair enough. Come on, let's go. Come on. You can do it. Come on, let's go. Yeah, woo.
Whoa! This desert is huge!
Yeah, it is. We haven't been able to fucking escape it. It's so fucking big.
Yes. The scenery is quite magnificent.
Have you not been drinking enough water, Eula? It's important to stay hydrated.
You don't look so good.
I'm fine. Just taking a moment to acclimatize.
Drink water.
The air here is much drier.
Hydration is important.
This area doesn't look very habitable.
No shit.
I don't see a domain entrance nearby either.
Oh no. I didn't pronounce the destination wrong. Did I? I mean, I don't think I did. Nope, you got it right. It definitely wasn't your fault. I said Gundarvaville wrong earlier, but we still ended up in the right place.
Klee's right. We're in the right place. There's no doubt about that.
Phew.
That is my fault. Those beans. You persuaded me to trade away my cow for beans, and it's without those beans, there'd have been no stock taken up to the giants in the first place.
We'll
Wait a
just have
minute,
to start by
magic. Beans
looking
for a
around.
cow so old that you had to tell a lie to sell it. Which you're told were they worthless? Beans were they oversold? You know, tell me who persuaded you to steal that gun. So it's your fault.
Paimon's so tired.
So it's your fault.
And
Yes, it
so
is. It's...
thirsty.
We should have
Pack
found
more water,
something by
dumbass.
now. Unless there's a problem with the magic invite.
Huh? How could that happen?
There's a glitch in the magic invite.
Did I break it by accident? But I didn't do anything. Dodoko will back me up. I'm innocent.
No,
It's
you're
definitely not
never
your fault,
innocent.
Klee. See? Not even a wrinkle on it.
If the domain is somewhere nearby, what if it's under
Does
us?
Mr. Honorary Knight have an idea? Ah, Paimon knows where you're going with this.
Try getting the domain to find us? Domains are big, are like, that's not how that works.
Interesting approach. Assuming we're right about this magic invite. That is to say, if it was sent from within the domain, the invite likely has some sort of connection to it.
Oh, I get it now. Plus, I know a super special trick we can use.
What kind of trick? Can you teach it to us too?
Of course. Mom said that if I ever need help, I just need to shout this out loud.
I like Klee's attitude, but it doesn't really hold up. If 3 people say New York and 1 person says Chicago and they end up in New York, that doesn't mean 1 person saying Chicago equals New York. Okay, here's the thing, Ryo. Yes, that's true, but also you're judging Klee's logic. This girl has, at best, 3 brain cells to smack together. Like... Sometimes they do something well. Sometimes, but other times, no, not at all.
Magic invite, magic invite. Klee needs your aid. Do something now, so Klee's not afraid.
Oh, Mystery Mouse Couture.
Look, something flew over.
Hello? I will gladly have an intellectual debate with a child. Logical fallacy. Take that. What's a logical fallacy?
Remarkably effective. That's one trick I'll be keeping up my sleeve in the future. You should make a note of it too, Eula.
Absolutely not. It's not my style.
Ah, yes. Not your style. Ooh. Look at you being
Suppose
elitist.
bottles are pretty common in Sumerian mythology. So, is this supposed to be the entrance to the domain? A domain? In a bottle? Huh. Well,
Message
there's one
in
thing
a
we learned in
bottle.
Lure, it's never
Message
judge a domain
in
by
a
its cover.
bottle. Message in a bottle.
Guess there's one way to find out if this really is the way in. Come on, reach out with your hand.
Touch the bottle. It's like Keyleth touching the fucking the siphon. Like, it's just roll a dexterity saving throw. You lose it, you take fucking 1.5 billion damage, and you get sucked to another realm. I could take a baby in a fight. Just let the instincts win and become a fucking NFL level punter. Like, just kick her across the parking lot. Loading screens, let's go.
We made it.
There we are.
That answers that question.
Okay, like the Sims 3.
There's a path. I'm gonna take a look.
Interesting.
Hey, don't run off and leave us all behind.
Yeah, come on, Clay. Oh, this is pretty. And it lets me use the fucking camera. Hell yes, bitch. Look at this. Hide character. Probably could fix this framing issue with moving forward, but okay, sweet. Pictures, I like it.
Look, look. There's a huge garden here.
Crazy. Those observation skills, Klee, going crazy.
Incredible. It looked so small from the outside. Everyone, I suggest that we stop here for a moment. We should take stock of our surroundings before deciding on our next course of action.
Since we're in a bottle, has anyone heard the story of the magic bottle?
Oh, you mean the one about King Deshret and the genie in a bottle? I've read it before.
TARDIS reference.
But I struggled with some of the vocabulary.
It's smaller on the outside.
What's the story about, Kaya? Mom told me a story once about a group of adventurers who went to Bottle Land. But I don't think there was a magic bottle in
Really? Are you sure about that, Klee?
Don't worry, Klee. I can tell you all about the story of the magic bottle. But if you keep running off on your own, you'll miss all the good parts.
It's
Oh.
smaller on the outside.
Okay, I got it. I'll stay with the group. from now
That's
on.
one of my favorite moments in Doctor Who. Was Clara saying it's smaller on the outside?
You sense it too, don't you, Klee?
Oh my god.
Something's not quite right.
Yeah, the scenery here is beautiful, but it's too quiet. And there's no sign of Klee's Auntie Desert here anywhere. Maybe Auntie Desert lives way further down inside. This place is super big, just like Fischl's Immer Nachtreich. We still have a long way to go.
I love how I love how Klee can say that word perfectly, but when it comes to saying Gandharva, yeah, I love Clara. She was so good. I was rewatching Doctor Who with my friends, and I noticed in the library, in the library episode with Donna and David Tennant, the second part of that, when they're just like leaving it, and yeah, it's the first river. The kid that's in charge of the library says, "I'm a clever girl, aren't I?" And I lost my shit when I saw that. I was like, wait a second, what? Yeah, Stephen Moffat, genius. Kind of sneaky and a troll, but goddamn, he's a pedagogical dude. Dude would make a great teacher. He is. He's awesome.
We won't know until we get there. Let's keep going. Hopefully we'll meet her soon.
Invitation from afar. Let's get going. Why did I turn Canadian there? Let's get going. Okay, so those are just crates. Let's see, what is this thing? Joyeux voucher. Why? Why? Who did I aggro? What the fuck is going on? Like...
We're way behind schedule.
Next time.
I was almost 9 for 9 there.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
I should also bring out my, like, regular team. And not that, whatever monstrosity that team is. Bring out my old reliable. There we go. That's better. More Hu Tao.
It looks like no one set foot on this road for quite some time.
I agree. And the further we get, the more I feel like this place is a whole lot bigger than we imagined. Hey, there's something strange ahead. Let's check it out.
Have you built Baiju yet? I haven't, actually. Crazily enough. Again, I don't play this game, really.
Oh, what a cute treasure coffin.
Because, like, legit, my Baiju is, like, still down here, I think. Yeah. He's still chilling at level 40. I haven't touched him. Like... Ooh, fuck.
Wow, it's a big ball of water.
Wow.
I wonder what it feels like. Can I touch it? It's so big that we could probably pass straight through it.
Ether's like, yeah, do it, bitch. I dare you.
That's so scary. Stop giving Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Let's not touch it for now. We still don't know enough about our environment.
But we can't just do nothing at all because then nothing at all will happen.
Y'all, everybody in this quest is running at like 10% mental capacity, and it's so funny.
I have a feeling
Except
that this
for
could be the
maybe
core that
Kaya.
sustains this
And Kaya is like
entire
us. We're just enjoying the just dumbasses. Like
In which case, the moment we touch it, this place will instantly revert to its original size, with all of us still inside.
oh no.
Yikes.
Will we shrink too though?
Okay, okay. Paimon won't touch it. Jeez. Kaya, are we really gonna get squished inside a bottle?
Of course not, Klee. I'm sure the real core of this domain is hidden away in a very safe place.
If one day you use a non-Hu Tao team for one of these streams, it's going to be the end of the Rapture. Depending on who we get in Fontaine, that might very well happen, but who knows?
Somewhere like... over there, for example.
I like myself some Hu Tao. I don't know what else to say. If I do end up somehow getting Arlecchino, if she is playable and I get her, then maybe, depending on what she does, I might use her instead of Hu Tao. But that's all hypotheticals. There are no guarantees nowadays.
I was so nervous that I didn't notice that big wheel at all.
Wait, who goes there?
Hello? Gurgle?
It's the waterball monster! Ah! The waterball monster is real! It doesn't seem
That's awesome.
hostile. In fact, don't you think it looks happy to see us? Really? You sure it's not gonna gobble up Paimon whole?
So you know about Liney? I don't. I mean, I know who he is. Like, I do know Liney exists.
I don't think it's hungry. Are you, water droplet?
Oh dear. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not understanding a word of this.
Wait! Don't go! Wait for us!
There were words? Wait, what?
Why'd it stop?
Not gonna pull for Ferdinand? I might. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm still dedicated to the Archon collection, right? I'm still dedicated to the Archon collection. But I might have to hold off. I might have to hold off on Ferdinand right away because I don't know, just because I'm strained. I'm strained on resources. Because I don't want to spend too much. But I don't know, in the case that Arlecchino happens, that's gonna be problematic. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what banners are looking like here in the next few patches, because it's getting dense, y'all. It's getting real dense. Because we know we have Liney, Lynette, and Freminet, right, for 4.0, but then 4.1, we don't know what's happening, and then leaks are saying 4.2 or 4.3 for Focillar. So we'll see.
Maybe it can understand us after all. Oh, I get
Fontaine is gonna suck for me because I want all the characters. Fontaine's gonna suck for me because, like, I want 2 characters, but they're just so close to each other.
Like the cats? How so?
When you're walking around in Mondstadt City, sometimes a cat will show up on the side of the road. It'll walk ahead of you for a while, and if you're curious enough to follow it, you'll soon find yourself in front of a fine establishment. Exactly.
Sweet. Like, okay, I don't know who I'm gonna want.
With the wind.
Again, I keep saying I only want Arlecchino and Furina, but like, I'm not entirely sure about that because I also, who knows? Maybe I fall in love with a certain character like Flemine or whatever. But
Hope we
Dino's
have
cat propaganda.
Did the water droplet go into that cave?
Yeah, Diana pays Kaya off.
Huh? Another strange contraption. And there's a weird looking wall over there. This kind of looks like that ball of water we saw earlier.
In Fontaine, I want Nuvia, Furina, and Navia if she's a good Geo. Yeah. Nuviet I'm interested in character-wise, but I'm not necessarily like I need him in my team. Depending on what he does, maybe I might find his kit cool, but right now, for me, it's just Arlecchino and Furina.
Did the water droplet bring us here because it wants our help with something? What? Your friend is trapped in the wall?
Really, the last Geo was Yunjin? Dude, holy shit, it's been so long. Since the last I see my son. Yeah, I'm probably skipping everyone for Furina and a weapon. Yeah. I don't know, I'm tempted.
Don't be sad, water droplet. We're here now. We'll save your friend.
Her weapon, me getting any weapon depends on who the character is. And I might very well skip out Furina and wait for her rerun just so I can full dick Arlecchino. Like, go full on with Arlecchino and her weapon and all that shit. Who knows? I don't.
You bet. But how are we gonna save them? Do we have to break down this wall somehow? Nope, we can't do that. No breaking the wall.
Do we need to find a key of some sort then?
Okay, so the water droplet is the bubble? Or is the key?
Where'd it...
Look, the device has lit up. And it's projecting images onto the wall.
So it's just a 2D platformer level.
A two-dimensional space with objects of the same composition as the device nested inside.
Yep, what Kaya said, and that's where its friend is.
But how exactly do we enter the image on the wall?
Maybe we just copy what the water droplet did?
And touch it?
Hold on, I think Klee's... Since the water droplet appears to be the key that activated the mechanism, we may be able to follow it inside simply by touching the device. The principle is no different than how we entered this bottle domain.
Fair enough. Okay, deep breath, then head in.
But hear me out here, Ryo. What if Navia is the Geo rework? Just saying. There's possibility. I don't know. The preprints, you can interact with objects or operate key mechanisms, solve the key puzzles, and reach your destination. Okay, so, like, push that.
The box on the wall moved too!
Wow, insane.
Whoa! You
Whoa.
really entered... Wow, another water droplet just came out from the wall!
Praying Navia revolutionizes Geo. Yeah, I feel like really that's what they have to do at this point. is like Navia has to be the character that changes Geo. Like she is the Geo rework.
It turned all plump and ran. Aw, and the water droplet number 2 ran off. It's saying thank you, Mr. Honorary Knight. That was a huge help.
Traveler, how do you feel after entering that two-dimensional space? Any physical side effects?
I feel the same as ever. Ah, the pain.
Quit while you're behind. You're clearly fine.
Unless you mean it'll be a mid-patch game cycle mechanic. No, like I'm talking like she has something in her kit that fundamentally changes how Geo works. Like that's the most like maybe, but also there's a very good chance that she doesn't, and she's just another shield bot, which would suck. Or like she actually has something in her kit that makes crystallize work somehow, or whatever. Like she makes crystallize worth it, or whatever. Who knows? I don't.
Well, I'm just glad that you're okay.
Yeah, she's just another shield bot.
Good thing you is here to look out for everyone. Can't say the same for you though, Kaya. You're pretty quick to send the traveler inside.
After physical, I have to say, don't underestimate Mihoyo's capability to fixing nothing, especially in this goddamn game, because God, they don't do shit in this game.
Hey now, I only suggested that because I was confident that the traveler would be fine.
Water droplet, is there anyone else here besides you and your friend? Yep, you know, anyone who looks like me or my friend.
Gurgle.
Oh, it ran off again. Hopefully this is a good sign.
Geonila would be cool, but Geo would still
Amazing.
suck if you don't
Come
have
on,
her.
let's
Yeah.
follow it.
But like I also like think I don't think Genshin will like I don't think Hoyo will ever actually rework Geo at a fundamental level. They're gonna only do stuff like they do. They'll only like they'll only rework it via other characters because there are so many characters like Zhongli, Yunjin, all of the existing Geo characters that function off of a baseline Geo. Like changing Geo would be fundamentally changing how other Geo characters are balanced, which causes nightmares because of how complex things already are. And granted, yes, Geo doesn't do anything, but it would still be awful if you have to rebalance every single Geo character because you're deciding to rework Geo. Geo just sucks, at least face it. Oh, no, I'm not disagreeing that Geo sucks. I'm just saying they will not rework it. That's just awful. That would be so bad. Because you have to rework the foundation of the game, or an aspect of the game. A complete foundation, like you have to change the foundation of an aspect of the game in order to make that work, and that's just more effort than it's worth.
It looks like there might be a town up ahead. Huh. Maybe more people live in this domain than we thought. And maybe that's where Auntie Desert lives.
I love it. There's a seafaring waypoint. Do you plan on playing anyone for 1.2, 1.3? I do not. Weirdly enough. I think I've kind of set my my mind on not pulling for Kafka. I have no interest in Blade. He's just too edgy to be interesting for me. Who's 1.3? 1.3 is... I forget who 1.3 is, but like... Oh yeah, Isle Danheng Fuxuan. I always forget about that. I don't know. Yes, that's the problem, Ryo. The elemental system is at the core of the game. You change the elemental system, you are changing the core of the game. That is an ungodly amount of effort to put. Like, yes, MiHoYo is a multi-billion-dollar company. That's still an incredible amount of effort that they're going to have to go through to change the fundamental mechanics of the game, even though it's one of like the least important elements, like to the fundamental function of the game. It's still changing the fundamentals of the game, which is awful. That's not just some changing a couple lines of code. That is, I change one character in the code and 70 billion different things change.
The situation is now critical. Our window of opportunity to fix this is rapidly closing.
Ooh, hold on. New trial mod. Let's get it. But yeah, I don't have any interest in Kafka, Blade, Isle Danheng, or Fushuan. So we'll see what happens. I don't really have much of an interest in many of the characters that we might get. I don't know. I'm holding out hope for a 5-star March. That's like really it.
I'm sure you've noticed
Right
just
now.
how much things have deteriorated in recent days.
But even so,
Idia.
This is your home.
Hi, Kokomi.
Are you really
What?
going to let
Okay.
everything fall to pieces?
well, I live here, but it doesn't actually belong to me.
Huh? Paimon knows that voice.
Kokomi.
Anyone else who comes into this domain in the future will take one look at the ruins before them and conclude that this place was abandoned years ago. But just imagine how different things could be if you maintain this domain in perfect condition. Whoever sets foot inside would witness a magical wonderland.
Yep, we already
How
have.
miraculous it would feel to them to find such unimaginable beauty in the middle of a lifeless desert.
Oh, you're right, General. Truly, but
But
Act now while you still can. You have to stand up to this and break free from your despair. The most important thing is to have no regrets in the end.
well, no one chooses to have regrets, do they?
But I kind of disagree on that. The fact that it's so crucial to the game working is exactly why it would be worth doing. The game works perfectly fine with Geo being useless. Unpopular opinion, I guess. Don't fix what ain't broke. Like, okay, yes, it's bad. It's useless, but it's not like breaking the game's balance. It's just, it's kind of there. I don't know.
But I take your point. I'll try my best to stop running away. But the question remains of where to begin.
There's a hole where Geo should be. What should Geo be doing? That, like, I genuinely, maybe it's because I'm just not a design person. I do not think, like, I don't, what hole is there to fill? Like, yes, Geo does shielding and crystallize, but like, what else would you make it do?
Paimon's figured out who it is! Is it Mr. Honorary Knight's friend from a faraway land?
Hi, Waltz. Sure. She's a divine priestess.
A divine priestess? What's that?
Am I allowed to talk about something relating to exploration in this event? Sure. I don't see why not.
What are you doing here? Huh? We have new visitors?
Yeah, you can keep saying that Geo has no use, but what would you do to change it to make it have use? It already does something. Not well. it does something that's completely irrelevant, but like, what do you do to make it better?
Greetings, everyone. This is the Valurium Mirage, and I'm the caretaker, Adia.
Idea. Okay.
I'm so sorry that you have to see this domain in its current state of disarray. We are actively working on repairs, and everything will be back to normal shortly. I hope. Greetings, everyone. I guess I should
Alright, see you,
introduce
Hikaru.
myself too. It's alright. Just leave the introductions to me. I kind of wanted to say hello in my own way. But no harm done. I guess I'll let her do the honors. This lady is a visitor to the domain, just like yourselves. She is a formidable military general. Have any of you heard of Inazuma's Onmyo Chamber? The, what chamber?
I give it reactions that logically fit with the element. That's not the point of Geo, though. Geo is one of the two neutral elements, like Animo. That's not the entire point. The core elemental reactions are on this side: the Pyro, the Cryo, the Hydro, the Dendro, all that stuff. Geo and Animo are the neutral ones that react all in the same way. That's how it's all designed. Changing that would be changing everything in a way that would break the game fundamentally.
Onmyo Chamber. It's an elite training academy for gifted students of Onmyodo. Practitioners are divided into 4 classes, A through D, and assigned the power of Shikigami based on their mastery of the art. Wait. This lady famously led the Class D underdogs to victory against the Class A favorites in the final mock campaign before graduation. An astonishing feat that few in the history of the academy have ever achieved. Hence, formidable general is no exaggeration. Isn't that right, General? What's wrong? Huh? Wait, so the favorites were beaten by the classy underdogs? Paimon's not completely following.
Those sound like tropes from Inazuma and light novels.
That doesn't sound like the divine priestess. Uh-oh. Did she just get caught lying in front of someone she was trying to impress? Or maybe she uses a different identity in her private life, and this is the first time her friends are learning about it. Seems kind of embarrassing, but also kind of cool. I guess having someone else to introduce you is a good way to make an impression. Maybe I'd fit in better with everyone if I had a title too.
Here we go. This is gonna be fun.
Some people call me a general, but it's just their way of showing respect. My actual name is Sangonomiya Kokomi. Huh? Oh no. Sorry, my mistake, General. I mean, Miss Sangonomiya. Call me whatever you like, Itia. The only important thing about names is knowing who's who. Oh, I get it now. It's like that story that Mom told me.
Well, I love kids. Klee's written awesome because kids do that all the time. It's like, oh, it's like that one thing that happened to me one time, and they don't elaborate. They just expect you to know.
Klee can explain. So basically, in the story, a big group of people go on an adventure to Bottleland. One of them's called the King, and some of them are called Knights.
Confusing enemies would work as crowd control. So just like taunts? Because that's kind of what taunts do functionally.
So, Miss Sangonomiya must be the super smart one who solves all the problems in the story.
Perhaps a sage?
Indeed. Wisdom is an important attribute found in military generals.
I like how they're having this kind of interaction when I think neither of them have ever actually met Kokomi. So they're just kind of doing this.
Okay.
They're just like role-playing with somebody they've never met before.
Miss General it is. Fine by me. Sounds really cute, coming from you. At least, Cuter than my pen name, that's for sure. Well then, how should I address the rest of you?
Old friend.
How could I ever forget you? But what about these esteemed ladies and gentlemen accompanying you? I'd be delighted if you could introduce me to them too. Wait! Klee wants a title too! Okay, got it! Klee wants to be a mage! The kind that flies around everywhere! Da-da-da! Whoosh!
That's the point. Geo being weak is not really about the elements, about the Geo characters. True. I definitely think that, yeah, Geo could be reworked with, like, not fundamentally from, like, a gameplay standpoint, but, like, give it an artifact set and some characters that make it interesting, and boom, you fix Geo. You don't have to change how it functions at a fundamental level, because by doing that, you're throwing the balance of the game out.
Kaya can be the master thief. Mr. Honorary Knight can be, the knight. And Paimon will be the fairy who follows the knight everywhere.
Master Thief, huh? I did like playing pirates as a child, so I suppose this is an apt role for me. And I must admit, the master part is a nice touch.
Hold on a second. Are you saying that?
Yula can be the sword master who can cut through anything and also gets to wear a super sparkly cape.
I wouldn't say her cape is sparkly.
That's more like it.
And Kale can be, the healer.
If you want to be the knight, we can swap.
No, I don't mind. Healer is a great role. I just don't know if I'm qualified to be one. Whenever I'm thinking of titles for myself, I usually imagine myself as an adventurer or musician. I never thought I could be a healer. I mean, it feels like it should be Master Tainari's role, if anyone's.
The fuck you mean Zhongli has nothing to do with Geo? He shields. Geo is the shield element. Like, what the fuck is that logic?
Don't worry, Kale. You'll be the bestest healer ever. You don't talk much, but you're very kind, just like the healers in Mom's stories.
You'll do fine. I heard you're good with bandages. You can patch up a wound, can't you?
I can pitch a tent. Maybe you heard wrong?
But nobody
That's
shields
my
better
best.
than
It's my first
Geo.
day filling in for Master Tainari.
Especially Zhongli. That's what Crystallized does, is it gives you shields.
This is a great idea. Once a new visitor arrives, they can assume a new identity, then add in some role-playing.
Oh, we can't leave you out, Miss Adia. There are lots of characters in Mom's stories, but you don't remind me of any of them.
That's perfectly okay. I already have a role here anyway, remember? I'm the caretaker.
I got it! This wasn't in any of the stories, but you can be the mascot.
Bruh. Just fucking diss Adia.
Mascot?
Yeah, she's the moral support.
Klee, maybe you could think up an even better role for Miss Adia.
A mascot, you say? Isn't that a character that doesn't have to actually do anything and sits around letting everyone else do all the important work? Incredible. You've seen right through me.
Sounds like the idea of being lazy is pretty exciting to her. The mascot serves to maintain troop morale, Adia. Don't underestimate your role.
Ah, alright. I'll be the mascot then.
People confuse current meta with elemental design. Yeah, I think that's kind of the point I'm trying to make, is the fact that, like, whether or not Geo is good at the meta doesn't matter. It's, like, it's designed to be that way, and changing it around would change the design structure of everything. And again, Zhongli literally has his own reaction. He does? I would have to remember how he works. Oh no, that's just okay. That's not a reaction. That's just a stun. That's just a thing that he does. It's not a reaction.
That's right. Thank you for bringing these new friends here safely. You can go off and play now.
Thanks, Water Droplet. See ya.
Because the reaction doesn't, or yeah, his paralysis doesn't require the existence of another element. It's just he stuns people, just like how like a taunt is not an elemental reaction. It's just a thing the character does.
Water Droplet? Is that your pet name for it? I suppose it's as accurate a nickname as any.
We keep getting sidetracked, but I believe you were saying something about being in a difficult predicament. Is something wrong with the Valyria Mirage?
Oh, yes, about that. I'm afraid the entire domain has recently sustained some significant damage. It was as if the whole world was suddenly flipped upside down. A few components went missing from the core, which sustains the domain, and the impact cascaded out from there. Needless to say, many things in the Valyria Mirage have now stopped working. Just days after I agreed to let my friend's daughter come and visit too. When she gets here and sees the state this place is in...
Oh, so you're Mom's friend? Hi, Auntie Desert. I'm Klee. Here, I brought the magic invite, see?
Huh? Wait, so you're...
Freeze is busted. So why would you want to give Freeze to another element?
Look how dilated her pupils are. She must be very surprised.
Damn, Eula, using the biology to read cues.
Yeah, and not in a good way. Mom's the one who sent me here. She's the strongest mage ever. She said that her friend lives in the desert. You live in the desert.
Ah, I see. So being a mage runs in the family.
Okay.
You're Alice's daughter. Oh, I just want the ground to swallow me up right now. Wait, that's it. I'll hide myself away in the core of the domain. Hide there until this all blows over. See you all in 100 years.
Why? Okay.
Idia's really going through it. She's like a shriveled little forest fungus, hanging its head in shame.
I love those two. I love these two just off to the side, just kind of commenting as to what's going on. It's just like, yeah, that's happening. It is.
Kale? That's a harsh analogy. Where'd all that come from?
Don't worry, Auntie Desert. Klee's here to help you. And all
That's
my friends
hilarious.
will help too. Just take a deep breath, and then another deep breath, and all your worries will fly away.
Many hands make light work.
Don't you worry. Sir Fix-a-Lot over here has a good track record with this kind of thing.
Well, I'm useless, but it looks like that won't matter with all you capable people around. Fantastic.
But then, Ryo, at the same time, you're risking making Cryo completely useless. So you're just kind of moving the issue. If you give Freeze to another element, then you're just as likely to make Cryo completely pointless just by making Geo relevant.
Don't put yourself down, Idia. You're great too.
Thanks for your encouragement. Anyway, for the time being, please talk amongst yourselves. That'll give me some time to think things through and maybe make a start on, delegating.
Okay, teleport waypoint first. Does Vaporize make Melt useless? No, because they do different things. Did my mouse die? I think my mouse died. I was wondering, like, for a second I thought the camera was just in a fixed spot or something. No, my mouse just fucking died. Okay, what are we doing? We're talking to people? We're talking to people. Talking to people. Talk to everyone.
Feeling
Everyone.
nervous,
Every
Klee?
single person.
Well, it's your first time as a guide, after all.
Oh no, not at all. I'm just, still settling into the role. So I was thinking about how to talk more like Master Tighnari.
Well, the easiest way to imitate someone is to start with their most common turns of phrase.
Melt also. Oh fuck! What? No, Melt and Vape do different, do different things. They lower different multipliers. I forget what it is specifically, but they do different things. They're not just damage multiplier. But then again, Melt also comes with the added benefit of they were frozen. You got that off for free. Vape does not have that. Also, and Vape does lower damage. It only requires 2 elements instead of 3.
Oh, okay. In that case, put that mushroom down. Now, it's highly poisonous.
There you go. With just a few simple words, you've captured your master's personality perfectly.
Anyway, what about your role? Don't you mind being the master thief? It doesn't sound like you're one of the good guys.
Hyper Blue and Burgeon are the same thing, even though they're the same multipliers, but that's also Dendro, and Dendro's complicated enough as it is. Yeah.
Maybe not. Until you factor in that I only steal from the enemy. I think that's enough to make me one of the good guys. Don't you?
Milky Bee. Oh yeah, I can't it. Fuck.
Oh! Fair point, fair point.
Who else has visited the Veloria Mirage recently? There was someone from the academia who came not long ago. A Kasharawar scholar. Blonde hair. Architect, I think.
We also have to keep in mind the whole, like, the saying Melt and Vape make each other irrelevant that's different because they're just damage multipliers. Adding another freeze, I'm not saying it's guaranteed to make freeze useless if you take paralysis and make it geo-wide. It could. There's a hypothetical there, but it's also the fact that it's fucking freeze. Adding another freeze to an entire another element just would, again, throw everything out of whack. There's elemental design here that you're completely forgetting about. There's a reason why there's only one freeze anywhere in the elemental design, and Zhongli gets paralysis because he's the Geo Archon. That's his kit. He is meant to be busted because he's the Geo Archon. Like, again, there's a difference between meta and design. You screw up the design, you're screwing up everything.
He was a huge help and redesigned many of the buildings here. Although he was always cool. I could tell that was a sensitive soul. A lot like me. Sorry. Please pretend you didn't hear that. I'm, of course, a very strong and resilient person. After him, an aristocrat from Mondstadt showed up. Then Miss Sangonomiya. Unfortunately, everything here suddenly started changing before I had the chance to be a good host and show them around.
Do you know where the Mondstadt aristocrat is now?
If I remember correctly, he headed north after the incident.
Okay.
It's a pity we're having all these issues. If we could get everything working normally again, I could probably locate him in an instant. Still, not to worry. There's nothing dangerous here.
Geo has nothing? Yeah, no, it doesn't. but suddenly adding a billion different reactions to a bunch of, or a reaction to however many Geo characters that already exist would just make things, 1, way more complicated, 2, would be incredibly difficult to rework, and 3, would throw balance out of whack because you're adding another reaction to characters that already exist, and if you don't rework every one of these characters to fit that reaction in, then things are going to go haywire. That's just balance. That's just design. You're completely screwing up the design. So it's either throw in a random reaction now that the game was not built to have and just kind of cope with the consequences of that, or you rework every single fucking Geo character in the game that has already existed, that was built around the original Geo to compensate.
One with nature.
Or you have your third option, the more reasonable one, I think. Like Wong is saying here, you make changes by secondary features, artifacts, better characters, to make Geo more interesting without actually changing how it functions in the first place.
Hi, Miss General. Mr. Honorary Knight says that you're from Watatsumi Island. What's it like there? There must be loads of fish.
Yeah, and she's one of them.
Wait, you look kinda like a mermaid. Are there fish in your family?
Oh, sorry to disappoint you, Miss Mage, but I'm just an ordinary human. I have lots of great stories about Watatsumi Island, though. Come on, let's enjoy the scenery while I tell you all about it.
Hey, Idia, you got an update for us? We've all caught up with each other.
Very well. Then please allow me, Idia, your mascot, to explain exactly what's happened here.
Your mascot? She's just taking, yep, she's taking it in stride.
Basically, this entire domain is powered by a device called the Central Hub, which you all saw earlier. But following a major incident, several key components from the Central Hub came loose and went flying. 4 components, I believe, which has caused the Central Hub to stop turning.
Paimon, you're fired? Idia is fixed.
Yes, it definitely shouldn't be frozen still like it is now. At least, that's not how it was when I first got here.
Yeah, the mascot role has been solved. Paimon, go away. Idia, you're the new mascot now.
So, we need to fix the big wheel up there. And to do that, we need to find the missing parts.
Right. I do know where one of the parts is. It landed not too far away. But the rest all landed in different areas. I'm afraid you'll have to go and look for those. Now, as the caretaker and your mascot, I shall announce your respective adventure duties.
Hell yeah.
You can just be yourself if you want. No need to force the whole role-playing thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hey,
so
maybe she
I was
wants to,
thinking maybe
Kale.
Swordmaster Eula and Healer Kale could investigate the northern zone, if that's okay.
Fine by me. I was going to be looking for my cousin there anyway.
I'll be your backup, Eula. I know you usually team up with Amber, so I'll try my best to fill her shoes.
Oh? Well, this'll be fun. Let's see if a forest ranger can outperform an outrider.
Master Thief Kaya and Mage Klee, if you could earmark some time in your busy schedules to search the West Zone.
Earmark? What does that mean?
It just means we mustn't forget to do it. Don't worry. We can handle that.
Finally, we have our General, Miss Sangonomiya, and our Knight, the Traveler. If there's no objections, please come with me to retrieve the first component.
The eyes. She does the Anya thing.
All right, well, if anyone finds anything, come back here and we'll regroup. please take care while you're out on the road and look after each other, especially our little mage here.
You got it. I'll take extra special care of Kaya.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now. You two, please follow me. I remember seeing it just behind the central hub.
So, how come you didn't bring it back when you first saw it?
I'd have been more than happy to, if this one component was enough to fix the whole domain. But with 3 other components to find, oh, I suddenly felt overwhelmed by how much work needed doing.
Paimon kinda gets that. Taking the first step is always the hardest part.
First component's location. Burning, more damage. Burgeon, more damage. Vaporize, more damage. Melt, more damage. That's all that is.
Into the wind.
No, my sword.
If anything, Geo has more utility than Pyro already because Crystallize gives you shields.
What a cute treasure.
There's no, yeah, exactly. There's no utility there. If anything, Geo has more utility already than most elements. Maybe aside from Cryo. That's it. Calling, okay, true. Calling burning more damage is a joke. In theory, it's more damage. It's DOT. Even though DOT doesn't really do a whole lot in this game.
Hey, so Paimon's been meaning to ask, what brought you here, Kokomi?
Oh, well, things have quieted down in Watatsumi Island for now. So I thought I'd take the chance to get out and see more of the world.
Traveled a pretty long way. Why Sumeru?
I figured that I needed to venture further than usual to really broaden my horizons. Well, that's one reason anyway. I can explain in more detail another time.
And
No,
yes.
my sword.
That's 3. Oh, no, 4. Yoip.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
Get like, what is the is there like a shop? High Star Night. Oh, we get free Layla. I forget about that. Yeah, crowd control is not Animo like specific. That's just the characters. That's just the gimmick of the characters, just like how Geo's gimmick is shields. Okay. So what do we do with these like tickets thingies? Is it just for Layla? Oh no, it's this. Okay, got it. Use the tickets for Kaya skin. Understand. So how many do I have? 21. So 30, you get primos. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 150. Okay. Interessant. Hello? Oh, they go up.
with nature.
Chill.
Wind.
Yay! Get shit on.
Excellent.
And then
Time to
I
act.
think we got vouchers for that. No? Yes, we did. Okay. So it's 1 for common chests. And then more per.
Okay, this is the spot. Now, I'm sure you're both wondering, but where's the component? There's nothing here. Oh, where could it be?
Oh, it's that lamp thingy, right? Water Droplet showed us how that works already.
Yes, that's the one. There goes my big introduction. Showing people the
Poor
ropes is
Idia.
supposed to be my job. Oh, I can't believe I'm being shown up by a Hydroidolon.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hydroidolon can give a basic demonstration of how to use things, but beyond that, it can't communicate.
Okay. There might not be a connection there, but it's there. They chose to use the term Eidolon, and I don't like that. Okay.
That's where you come in. Your descriptions can explain everything in full, vivid detail.
Paimon forgot how persuasive Kokomi can be when she really wants to. Sometimes having a genius strategist around really comes in handy.
Now I see how an eloquent speaker can persuade others not only to agree with them, but to do things for them. That's why you should fucking talk more. Get it through your head.
Oh, well, if you put it that way. Well then, just pretend like you've never seen it before, and I'll tell you all about it. This is called the streaming projector. Everything here in the Valurium Mirage was made using this device. All you need to do is place an item in the projector, and you can construct a corresponding item based on the shape of the original and your imagination. At least, I think that's what it used to do. With the domain in its current state, only its most basic functions are still operable. Okay, not quite that basic. At the moment, it's only able to show two-dimensional objects. I call them preprints. Think of it like a sort of draft or blueprint or something.
So you're saying the component fell into the preprints?
Basically because water reflects stuff, just a minor glass shards, and yeah, I guess so. It's just so weird. I just find the word choice strange.
Yes, exactly. I'll leave you to go in and physically retrieve it. Well, I'll be out here rooting for you by
It's probably just coincidence on that front, but yeah.
Really?
No, sorry. I feel like I have two left feet when I try to dance. I guess I'll just find a place nearby to sit and wait patiently for you.
Hey, come on! Cheer up! We'll handle everything from here!
Okay, so where do we enter? We enter through there. We need you. Okay. Then you. Because then that gives us a way up.
Doesn't look like the component is in here.
I love, like, it so easily could just become very, like, stereotypical French music.
Yes, that's the one! Now you just need to bring...
What is this thing anyway? that huge wheel?
It's hard to explain, but I assure you that it's definitely one of the components. So that leaves 3 more components missing.
Every journey begins with a first step. I think we're off to a good start, and things should keep going smoothly from here.
You really think so? I suppose you're right. She did manage to defeat Class A at the Onmyo Chamber after all.
You don't need to keep bringing that up.
Anyway, thank you for all your help. I'll take this and start trying to repair the central hub. You two may as well head back to town. Oh, why am I so clumsy? Once again, I was no help at all. The least I can do is try and handle the actual repairs.
Interesting. Okay. Poor Ido. Yeah.
Time to act.
Whatever her name is. I'm trying to be sympathetic, but I really could not care less, actually. She's just being a dumbass. Okay, where are we? Oh, right here.
Body and mind.
Klee's best team is Monopyro. Ooh. Monopyro in quotations because you usually throw like a kazoo in there or whatever.
No, my sword.
Why didn't? There we go. For some reason, my inputs are very delayed, and I don't know why. My inputs are taking a hot second to actually go.
Jackpot.
Except for in Monopyro, apparently. What are you doing here?
Into the wind.
Rain outlines.
Why am I hitting you with a Xingqiu? What the fuck? Except that it really isn't. Klee is a good unit. She's just awful. She feels awful to play, but she dishes out damage. Let's talk about the 5 Monopyro fans. They're almost as rare as Yoimiya enjoyers. Holy shit, this is big. What the fuck? Dude. So much.
Time to go.
Wait, what's that? What? Why are there berries? What the hell? I'm so confused.
Time to go.
Boop. 14? Okay, there's one more up here. Okay, we're good.
Certainly worth the
Yeah, Klee's problems are from her being like the second 5-star in the game. Like, we'll give her that much. Her problem was being old. I do love the music in here, though. It feels, I don't know, it has such a vibe I have not experienced in Genshin before, and it's so strange.
What's wrong, Kokomi? I'm just a little confused. You mentioned that the water droplet showed you how to use the projector? Can you tell me a little bit more about that? I'm so curious to know what happened.
Oh, sure!
I see.
Whoa, okay.
Look! The wheel is spinning now!
Sure. You know, I wouldn't consider that a wheel. I don't think that really looks very much like a wheel, but to each their own, I guess.
Oh.
And it didn't really spin.
Well, that didn't last long.
It also wasn't spinning at the right speed. Before the incident, it spun much faster than
Okay,
that.
that's concerning.
So you
If
saw
it's
that
spun
when it was still
faster.
working?
That'd be terrifying.
Yes, I arrived here a little earlier than the rest of you. But the incident took place not long after I entered. Like Adia said, it felt like the world was flipped upside down. I don't know how else to describe it. And I certainly don't want to experience it again.
No, it's no use. Seems it won't run until all the missing components are returned. For a moment there, when it started turning, I got excited. I thought that maybe the hub can work just fine without the other three.
Wishful thinking is only going to lead to disappointment, Idia. Let's stick to the plan. We'll get there.
Hey, Mr. Honorary Knight and Miss General are here. Oh, and our mascot.
Which one? Which one is the mascot, Klee? Which one?
We'll be the first ones back.
What are you do? Which one are you talking about?
Hey, how'd it go?
Mission complete.
Impressive. I doubt you'd find many other knights of such caliber even among the Knights of Favonius.
How about our master thief and mage? Did you find anything?
You bet. We made a huge... The place we were trying to get to was blocked off. We couldn't see anything past it, and there was no way around.
Glass half full, I guess. Like, we made a huge discovery. We couldn't make any progress.
But then, just now, a huge canyon appeared out of nowhere, so we hurried back here.
It appeared just now?
Come and see, Mr. Honorary Knight. Let's go on a canyon adventure.
To the canyon.
I'll sit this one out. I'm beat after trying to make those repairs. I need to take a break.
Miss General, you should come too. You can hide behind me and give me smart advice while I protect you.
Wonderful. It would be an honor to serve as advisor for our young mage.
No.
Let's go!
I just love how so many events are just babysitting Klee because everybody feels like nobody wants to make her feel bad. Like, that's just half of, like... That's just half of this game's events. It's just babysitting Klee because nobody wants to, like, say no to her. Shit. Gone you.
What are my orders? We're way behind schedule.
What?
Next on the agenda.
I don't know about that one. That felt really strange. Yeah, make these 3 shots on these 3 barrels, but one of them just destroys all of them. So, like, what?
Jackpot.
Maybe this debate about design is pointless because Genshin doesn't know what they're doing. It's not that reactions don't matter. It's that the entire point of Geo is to not react. It's like, it's stable and inert. That's the entire point of it. Is that Geo characters are built around not reacting. It's the entire point of, that's the design of Geo.
Access denied. No, my sword.
Zhongli, Albedo, every Geo character that you can think of is built around not reacting. That's how they are balanced. Even though you can make the argument that Zhongli isn't balanced anyways. Zhongli's already busted. Add a Geo reaction to that, that makes things even worse. Am I saying that Geo's design is good? No. But it is designed that way for a reason. That's just how it is, because that's how Hoyo decided it should be. Changing that changes everything in a way that is not good for the game.
Just before the canyon appeared, I heard a faint sound. Like something mechanical.
Geo characters already are fine enough. Like, yeah, again, it is a problem with the characters. Buffing, like, I don't know, giving characters more stacked kits, even though we don't really need that. Like, yeah, it's not an F. The good Geo characters are good on their own. Zhongli and Albedo are good characters, just straight up. Because they work as support characters, and their entire point is to not be focusing on elemental reactions. They're they're supporting other aspects of the team. Zhongli with survivability, Albedo with elemental reactions. Albedo literally buffs elemental reactions. Same with how Animo does that sometimes, right? You have these Geo characters that are about other aspects of the game. The Geo element is about being inert and stable and, you know, like a rock. Doesn't do a whole lot, right? Yeah, rocks don't do much. That's the point of, like, the elements. They focus on other aspects of the gameplay.
Hey, you, oh, new guys, huh?
Oh, hey!
Hello?
Paimon didn't realize anyone else besides Adia lived here.
You actually saw her? She's barely shown her face since everything started falling apart here.
Excuse me for asking, but who are you?
Yeah, and is there a problem with that? Yes. Geo is not very interestingly designed. That's why I can only give you 2 examples of characters, Albedo and Zhongli, because I don't use Geo characters. And yeah, Albedo doesn't have very much use in Spiral Abyss. Is it kind of not a great benchmark to use Spiral Abyss usage? Yeah, it's not great, but it still gets the point across. But it has design and thought behind it. And yeah, just kind of throwing in a reaction willy-nilly is against the design of the elements. That's where I'm kind of coming from.
Oh, right. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Ferdinand. Me and my brothers look after this whole zone.
Hello, Ferdinand.
Well, we used to, until this whole domain was, like, flipped upside down, or whatever. The method we were using to make the carts and tracks stopped working.
So how did you guys tell it was flipped upside down? Did you guys just, like, fall up, and then you didn't? And then... Or what? Or did you just, like, sense it? It was like just, yeah, no, everything's upside down now. I'm not falling or anything. It's just things are upside down.
Really? Huh. I assume that she'd be curled up in a fetal position somewhere, hoping all her problems will magically disappear on their own. Good for her. Anyway, I checked all the stations around the whole circuit. They've all conked out.
I don't think Wong is saying that reactions are not inherently strong. They're saying that you don't need to be focused around reactions in order to be strong.
Conked out? How? Would you mind elaborating a little for us?
There isn't a standout meta character. There isn't a standout DPS meta character. Zhongli is a very meta character. It's just he's a support character and everybody kind of forgets about him because of how standard he is in every team comp ever.
But aren't you just travelers who stumbled upon this place by accident?
I'm Mage Klee, Idia's helper.
A mage? You?
Allow me to explain.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, right now the more helpers we got, the better, I guess. Anyway, our first priority is to get the carts here up and running again.
Yeah, Wong's argument is saying that you don't need to rely on reactions in order to be strong, but Geo hasn't taken advantage of that idea. Right? Combining that with my argument, it's just that Hoyo has kind of done Geo dirty by never giving Geo the chance to be the inert, solid element without making it useless. Right? You don't have to rely on elemental reactions in order to be strong, but there isn't a character that takes advantage of that. So that's why Geo is seen as that. Saying the reactions are not needed to be strong and saying that reactions are not strong aren't the same. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. That's what Wong is saying, I think. At least I'm completely misunderstanding Wong's argument.
Oh? And why is that?
The roads here twist and turn so much that the best way to get around is by riding the rail tracks instead. Let me show you. This is what we used to make them. Did Dia bring you up to speed on these things? Yep. Basically, we need something that we can put inside that'll make a cart for us.
Like what? Can it be anything as long as it looks like a cart?
Yeah, you could put it that way. But one other thing is that it has to be compatible with the tracks.
So, something like a sedan chair, maybe?
A sedan?
But I'm not sure we have all the materials required to build one of those.
What the fuck is a sedan chair? When Kokomi says sedan, I immediately think, like, the car. Oh, okay. Well, fuck. I just yanked my my boom arm out of its stand. So, whoops. If that was loud, sorry. Okay, so it's one of these. It's okay. It's one of these things that you carry people around in. Hold on, give me a second. Pull it up. Yeah, it's one of these things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, when I think of sedan, I think of the car. So I think of a chair inside of a sedan. I'm like, what? That confused me. Okay.
How about you, Traveler? Any ideas?
Maybe just a castle with legs. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Just Howl's moving castle ass.
That would solve the issue of materials.
Wood's no good. A rickety wooden cart would be too dangerous.
Bet.
Really?
I live for danger.
Hey everyone, come and see what Klee made.
Ta-da! Look, I made a cart. Wow, amazing work, Klee.
Damn, Klee, an engineer.
Whoa.
Hell of an engineer.
It's a track like a glove too. Plus, it's a heck of a lot cuter than
It
the ones
fits the
Dina
track,
made.
aka it floats above the track.
I just wanted to give it a try, and suddenly, boom! There it was.
Paimon's gotta ask, what exactly did you make your cart from, Klee?
The power of imagination. Okay, I will admit, you guys are just starting to just argue in circles.
I used Jumpy Dumpty.
Hello? How?
Is there a problem or something? If not, then let's get ready to leave.
It's just, this cart is made from,
It's a bomb or
Imagination.
something, isn't it? Yeah, I gather from your conversation that Jumpy Dumpty is a little more volatile than the cute name suggests.
It's a bomb or something. Love that. Glory of online discourse.
It's okay,
Yeah.
because the end product only takes on the general look of the source material. So to be more specific, while different materials have different properties, most of them aren't transferred to...
Yeah, just kind of at this point, I would recommend agreeing to disagree and then moving on. The power of explosive. Yeah, what did you make this out of? The power of explosives.
it's okay. No need to delve into the theoretical stuff. Paimon just wanted to make sure we aren't about to end up like the, flying fish of Starfell Lake. Huh?
The flying fish. They only flew for like a couple of seconds and then they stopped living.
Can we ride the cart now?
I love how Kokomi's like, what? Wait, come on. I need the story. I need the story.
In a moment, we need a hydroidolin to power it up first.
I don't like the fact that they use the word eidolon. And I don't like how it's said. It's so dumb. It's like euthymia.
Okay, she's ready to roll. Hop in.
I know you're having a great time, but you guys are just kind of arguing in circles and nothing is getting done, and that's not the... At that point, you're just losing the point of an argument, so just kind of leave it, I guess. I don't know. Nothing is happening. You guys are saying the same things over and over again.
Whoa! This cart is fast! Chugga 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 choo! Woo woo!
Okay.
I'm gonna call it the choo-choo cart.
Woo! Every time I heard euthymia. Yeah, because I kept saying it. I kept saying euthymia for so long. And
The track
then...
is damaged up ahead. We need to make some repairs.
Because, like,
before we can go any
early
further.
on in Inazuma,
Yeah,
right?
Looks like it's all reverted to a preprint state here.
Do you know why that happened?
Everything in this domain starts as a preprint and only
Early
takes
on in
shape after being
Inazuma, if you watch my
illuminated by the
videos
streaming
from, like,
projector.
2.0, 2.1, I refused to say that word. Because the game kept saying euthymia, but I read it as euthymia, and I could never, like, bring myself to say euthymia. And it still makes me uncomfortable to this day. Like...
But the hydroidolin that forms the tracks here has been trapped in the print.
So someone needs to go into the preprint and rescue the hydroidolin, right?
But the projector here is sealed off by a giant bubble!
That's the hydroidolin's way of protecting the device from damage. If the streaming projector broke, then we'd be seriously stuck.
Aha! So for step 1, we need water droplet to help! Aw, it seems to really like...
Any volunteers for step 2?
Leave that to us! We know what to do!
It doesn't help that the word is actually pronounced euthymia. Yeah, exactly. Actually, shit, I should not have done that because I need to actually move boxes before I enter. Okay, does that just, like, move the door? No, okay. This is giving me some Braid vibes. I don't know why.
So the Hydroidolon was locked up in that chest.
That's also really jank. That is so incredibly jank. Like...
Aw, it's completely empty. Yay! We saved 2 water droplets. Whoa! Water droplet just transformed into some new tracks.
Good. Let's keep going then.
Juju Cart requires the power of Hydroidolon to operate. When Hydroidolon decorporealizes. Big word! I read it first try. Let's go. Oh. When the Hydroidolon decorporealizes and enters the Juju Cart, its windows will light up. At this time, you will be able to ride the cart. The music reminds me of the Ticket to Ride mobile version of the board game. Holy shit! What the? That is a deep cut. Oh my god, Phantom. It's not exactly Rayman. Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not a. You can tell that they've really not had to develop platformers before. Genshin is honestly fairly conservative in terms of minigames already. Yeah, because didn't HI3 have like a twin stick shooter at one point? But like I think the ledge climbing animation is cannibalized from, because that's what? How? How? What? Oh, okay. Q and E. Got it.
Hey, Ferdinand! You mentioned that you managed this place together with your brothers. Did you mean that your brothers are water droplets?
No. The Hydroidolons are like helpers here. As for my brothers, well...
They're dead.
Those two. You'll meet them soon enough.
Fuck, I was 3 off, dude. That's so dumb. Okay. Should I just, like, restart now? They're not dead, I just wish it. Brotherly love right there. There's no own version of Fall Guys, bruh.
Wow. This is way more exciting than how Paimon usually flies.
I am still adamant that Paimon doesn't fly, she's just naturally buoyant. She's just lighter than the atmosphere, somehow. So many tracks, holy shit. Dude, this is actually kind of dope.
Seems we've just about finished repairing the station and the connecting tracks. Let's go check the track switcher now.
Ooh. Primos. Ooh. More Primos? Oh no, just guides. Well, now that's asking the question of how does Paimon eat so much? I don't believe she has a stomach. I think it's just a domain in there. it's like a fucking pocket dimension that she just opens. So she doesn't actually change mass. Part of me is convinced that Paimon doesn't even have to eat. Like, it's just something she does out of leisure. Like... Time for medicine. I have gone this entire summer unmedicated. I will not... Yeah, she's like Kirby, exactly.
Certainly worth
That's exactly it. And she doesn't actually like willingly fly. She's just buoyant somehow. Because okay, the reason why I'm adamant on this theory is I forget when it was, but at some point in the game, during some event, she said or some quest or whatever, she said that the air is so heavy here she can barely stay afloat. That implies buoyancy.
It's so big.
So that's why I'm so adamant on that theory.
But not as big as the one we saw in the middle of this place.
Paimon could be a Castellana. Fuck! We always wrap around the Castellana theory. Every single fucking time. Okay. There are like a couple of things that are inevitable in like there are only a couple of things that are inevitable in Genshin theorizing, and one of them is it always loops back around to Paimon is either unknown god or some relation to Kiana or a Castellana. Like that. There are inevitabilities in this. It's like we're stuck in our own samsara of theorizing, and we always like revert back to the Ooga Booga, she looked like Kiana, so she must be Kiana theory. But every single time there's a little bit more like evidence towards the theory being correct. It's so dumb.
I bet it's something super important. I remember what Kaya said earlier.
Very good, Klee. You're using what you saw earlier to make observations, like a real adventurer. It appears to be a system that rotates to switch tracks.
That's right.
I think Paimon Primordial one defeated. We never know.
Would rotate.
Yeah, there's a lot. The Primordial one? No, actually. Or wait, no. Yeah, no, the second who came was defeated. So yeah, the Primordial one won. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting shit backwards. So much to keep track of. New Paimon lore and Fontaine? Yes, please. Just more crumbs. I just want any hint. I don't even want an answer. I just want a slight hint. I want somebody to look at Paimon and say, what the fuck are you? And Paimon dodge a question. I want anything. I want people to actually bat an eye at her and say, what are you? What are you? Because nobody's done that before. People have been suspicious of her. Like, I think Rosaria was, like, weird about her. But nobody has actually been like, what the fuck are you, Paimon?
Is this Jeremy you mentioned one of your brothers?
Jeremy? That is an unfortunate name if I've ever heard one.
Yeah. When I talked to him about repairing the tracks, I suggested we start with the station. But he said we should start at the junction.
Maybe Paimons are super common in Teyvat. Then why haven't we seen another one?
Really, it made no difference which one we started with. But he just had to turn it into a huge argument. He always treats me like I'm a fool and disagrees with anything I say. Let's see what he has to say now that I've already fixed the tracks.
Wait till we arrive at a Paimon village and they're all... Watch till we arrive at a Paimon village and they're all voiced by Karina Becker. It's like Temmie. it's like Tem from Undertale. It's just all of that.
Well, if you ask me, you're clearly a sharp person, Ferdinand.
I want a fourth wall break with someone turning towards us while questioning Paimon's existence. We'll bring up the comment theories if we... That would be terrifying. Hi, I'm Paimon.
Yes. Finally, someone who can recognize that, rather than just shrugging off my ideas.
Oh, also hi,
Come on,
James.
let's make our way to the junction and see what he's up to. I bet he's still fretting over what to do.
Long time no see. Okay, what are we doing? There's a thing up there. Holy shit. Who is Paimon? What is Paimon? Why is Paimon? That is the ultimate question. Why is Paimon? I don't care about anything else. I just want to know why she's here. Because that answers all of the other questions. Ganyu, go away. I want Kazoo. Kazoo.
All right.
Fuck. Wait, hold on.
Follow the wind. Into the wind.
I just find the concept of an entire village filled with Paimons and they're all voiced by Karina Betker absolutely hilarious. Up there, okay. I know I'm doing this wrong. Don't judge me. I have thoughts behind my blank, unthinking eyes.
One with nature.
Come on. Perhaps Paimons are just native to Tiamat and the 7 just forced them into hiding. Rosaria is just racist? Bruh. Rosaria be edgy. She's not that bad, alright? Or at least I hope not. Is it confirmed that Siegeween is a Milazine? Because I have not seen that. It's up there. She has the Milazine slug ears. Then maybe I don't understand what a Milazine is. Maybe she's part Milazine? Because in the 3.8 trailer, or in the 3.8 stream, we got to see a Milazine, like a straight up fucking Milazine. And she was much more animal than Siegeween.
Sometimes I can't help but get angry just thinking of Jeremy. You should have seen him back in the sandstorm. I suggested we go east, and he argued that we should go west.
You were in a sandstorm? What happened after that?
We separated and each went our own way. Lucky for us, we stumbled across this domain. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have been buried in the sand.
Hello, Jeremy. What a dumbass name.
Everything will get better once we get the switcher working again.
Still stuck here just as I expected. Well, did you make any progress?
Didn't I already tell you? Just have the Hydroidolans fix the junction and then make a new cart. After that, we can use the junction to... Wait a minute, how did you get here? It took a lot of effort for me to climb all the way up here.
The answer is standing right in front of you.
Yeah, sure. Those travelers must have helped you.
Why are your eyes glowing?
You never get anything done on your own. You always get someone else's help and then try to take the credit for yourself.
You're one to talk. What have you managed to accomplish, huh? You were here just moping around all day.
I like to think that Paimon is a lot like Zygarde in Pokemon, with our fragments. The more we travel, the more she begins to remember who she is or where she came from. But that's the weird thing. That she hasn't shown any signs of remembering shit. Like, you would think she would get like a few glimpses of her past with no context, and she would talk to us about that, like, oh yeah, I'm remembering things, whatever, yada yada. But then she would realize that her whole deal is to kill us, and that would be like, then that's when she would get like hush hush about it. But we've got none of that. I don't know. That'd be cool. I don't like Paimon. It's gotten to the point where I'm like genuinely frustrated with her character. Cause like, what the fuck are you? You don't make sense at all. It's so dumb. What if she's just an elf? Yes. Okay, so the whole elf theory is really old. Because she's also like, that's a theory I actually straight up forgot about. But like, when she emails you on when she like emails you, it's not Paimon, it's Paimon, like an acronym for something, which implies that she's an elf, but like also not, or like a bot pretending to be Paimon or something. It's weird.
Fine. I'd rather be focusing my efforts on fixing the track switch rather than arguing anyway.
You should calm down too, Ferdinand. Let's all focus on the situation at hand. Any personal problems can be settled later.
Fine.
Fine.
I'm sorry you had to see that. My name's Jeremy. I'm one of the people responsible for taking care of this area.
Your name is also really dumb.
I assume you're the one who helped prepare the tracks. Thank you very much. It means a lot.
No need to thank us. We're just trying to help Edea restore the domain.
Evil Paimon versus good Paimon. That would be so menacing. Not really. Evil Paimon, if it's just Paimon, but like with red eyes, that would be so funny. I would not be able to take that scene seriously. No matter how high stakes it is, if it's just small floating Paimon except red eyes, I would not be able to take that seriously.
I see. Now that you and Ferdinand brought the cart up here, we'll need the hydroidolins to fix the area below.
Most strange for me, she's saying introduce here. Yeah, she speaks in the third person. Yes, that's weird, but also that's just something that localizers do sometimes. Like, I don't know why. Because, like, they did that with, they did that with Remy in the English dub in Horimiya. They made Remy talk in the third person for some reason. It's just something they do with cute characters. I don't know why.
Yes, of course. Not only do they keep the junction turning, they operate practically everything else in the domain too.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's super cool. Holy shit.
All right. Seems most of the tracks and junctions have been repaired now.
Yep. So maybe it's time you give credit where credit is due,
What? You think you deserve the credit? If anything, we should be thanking these travelers.
I'm still surprised people are more curious about Paimon than Pom Pom. Well, okay, so the thing with Pom Pom is just, we know what they are. Or, okay, we don't know what they are, but we know that, like, they are related somehow to Akivili, and they have some sort of, like, yeah, they have some sort of relation to Akivili, whether they're the reincarnation of it, or, like, the harbinger of them, or, like, the prophet or whatever word you want to describe Pom Pom. That's what they are. Paimon, we don't know what she is, you know, because she's you know, I think the big part of like curiosity that comes from Paimon is the fact that she has design cues from Celestia, and Celestia is already mysterious enough as it is, right? Right away, with Pom Pom, like Chrissy said, we have more to work with on Pom Pom. We know what their deal is. They're here to rebuild the Astral Express, like the lines, to trailblaze. That's what their purpose is to trailblaze. What the fuck is Paimon doing here? Nobody knows. Even she doesn't know. Like, she has no purpose.
Well, either way, you're not the one getting any credit. You're always quick to criticize my ideas and push your own, but you never actually get anything done.
According to March, Pom Pom could be a mafia at this point. But that's also according to March, so take that with, like, a full hands full of salt.
And what about you? Don't forget it was Hado and I who took care of the mess that one time you impulsively tried one of your brilliant ideas. Speaking of Hado, wasn't he with you?
Poor Klee.
I left early this morning.
Seriously? Couldn't you have at least looked to see where he was before you left?
Hey, come on! You didn't see him either, so what's your excuse?
Klee?
What's wrong?
I don't get it. Nobody did anything bad. Why are they arguing?
I just don't like his smug attitude, that's all.
Why couldn't we just gotten Amber as... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why could... Okay. I think it's less a human. I just want another companion. Another permanent companion. Like Paimon and Amber. And the Traveler. Because that's why I love HSR so much. Is because there's 3 of them to bounce off each other. And that, like, having Stella be the voiceless protagonist works because there are other people to carry that silence. Paimon is just by herself.
Who are you calling smug? If anything, you're the one who's making such a big fuss right now.
I want Klee as a companion instead. Yeah, replace Paimon with Klee.
All right, I think we've heard enough from you two.
Kaya...
If you insist on bickering, then I'd suggest you go somewhere else. Otherwise, I'll just cool you two off myself.
What a dumb one-liner. But it's also like a credible threat. Like, literally, he will just freeze you. Like he's fucking Gru.
Now, come with me. I'd like to have a word with you.
Phew. Don't be upset, Klee. There are many complicated situations in this world which don't always have a logical explanation. As a passing traveler here, it's not my place to comment on their disputes. But in my experience, family issues can be the toughest to resolve.
Seems you don't like dealing with this kind of thing either, Kokomi.
And yet that was her entire job during an entire civil fucking war.
It's still not right. I don't know how to explain my feelings.
I'm sorry. We've calmed down. You shouldn't argue in front of a child like that.
We're sorry, Klee.
It's okay.
Back to the topic at hand. Weren't you about to go look for your brother Hado?
Kaya's giving Albedo a run for his money for best big brother right now. He's doing it. I still think Albedo comes out on top, but yeah, no, he's definitely given a good test at it.
Right. Our best guess is he's somewhere around the torrential twister. We would have to use the junction to send the cart to another area.
Ugh.
Sorry to trouble you again, but would you help us find him?
Amber is too positive. I need more realistic. But like March works, so I don't think too positive is like a bad thing. because March is awesome. Maybe I'm just biased because I adore March thoroughly, but
Oh, all right.
When are we getting a fish blasting event? I have that would be that, yeah, that'd be fun. You can only play as Klee for the entirety of the event. And you just fish blast, that's it. There's no reason to switch tracks. Yeah, but March has the most dead inside person I've ever seen by her side. True. They do balance out. Yeah, they do kind of balance each other out. So what's happening with Withering Waves, Beta? Their companion is a super goofy Two Shoes type. And what happened was that the player base got mad and you can't talk back as a silent protag. Okay, fair enough. I didn't actually read anything that said.
Okay, this is the end of this track segment. Otto should be nearby.
I do love me some March. I adore March. Although I will say March has a little bit more characterization. Fuck, that's a big word. She has a little bit more characterization going for her than Paimon, because Paimon is just floating fairy that likes food, and March has actual proper characterization. She has amnesia, but that's actually like actually does mean something to her character. She takes pictures because she doesn't want to forget. She's trying to figure out who she is and isn't just kind of floating around Teyvat, just hoping she stumbles into whatever she is. Paimon and March work because they're pretty quick to take offense. Yeah, and like that's what I was saying, Wong, earlier when you said like, yeah, they are very good as like depressurizing emotions, but also Paimon has issues with her writing as being a mouthpiece and being annoying and being condescending when March doesn't really do that. They actually gave the Trailblazer a bit more of a voice. That's why I like... fuck. I dropped a thing. March 7, outside, inside. Exactly! March is not okay, and I'm adamant on that. My headcanon, she is mentally not alright. Like, how can you be? You're literally fucking... You know. You're an amnesiac. You're not getting out of that fine. Okay, where's a good spot to log off? Since we are 3 hours in and my voice is starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel my voice, so I'm gonna call it good for the day. It's a big word for Elmo. Exactly. To this day, my favorite Paimon moment was her and Venti annoying each other. Yeah. No, my favorite Paimon moment was when she wasn't there for Carrie Bear. That's still my favorite Paimon moment because she wasn't there and it let us be like, it left the game to ourselves. And maybe that was by design. It was like, they have had so much time with Paimon that just made Carrie Bear more, like, more impactful. Gonna go to Kazoo since his idol isn't. But, like, yeah, Carrie Bear didn't have, like, had more impact because Paimon wasn't there, because we've never been by ourselves like that before. And I think that made it much more impactful. But also, like, that shouldn't have been the case ever. Like, yeah, that I don't think that should have ever been the case. The horror quest. Yeah, it is. It is freaky. Carrie Bear. Hey, Ellie, I am not about to go full French
Surely enough
pronunciation on that. I'm calling it Carrie Bear. I'm already doing enough favors to the French by saying Freminet instead of Freminet, as a lot of people have been. That's about it. That's all I'm doing. Also, my voice is sore enough that doing the r is annoying. Anyways. I always laugh when I remember that Dainsliff is just the Paimon for the sibling, but like, he did more. Freminet, but in the yeehaw. Yeah, Freminet! Freminet! Alright, anyways. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. One more dead week for HSR. So next weekend is the last dead week, I think, for HSR, and then we're done. We're in 1.2. We have one more dead week of streams, and then we're in 1.2. I'm so excited. Okay. Yeah, but aside from that, that's the plan for tomorrow. I don't have a concert next weekend, so yeah. But that's about it. Thank you guys for joining. And yeah, I will see you guys Saturday for HSR. So, bye-bye, guys.